Hi. If you're here for a spoiler-free review on Stormfront by Jim Butcher, you are in the right place. This is book number 1 of the Dresden Files. If you're watching this video, I hope that you have either already read and love this book, or I hope that you plan to read this book, and I hope you love it just as much as I did. This was such a fun book. This is about a professional wizard named Harry Dresden. He operates his little business out of Chicago, and business stinks. Harry is in some financial trouble. He does not do very well financially, but things are starting to look up when he suddenly gets a new client inquiry, and then he's also contacted by Murphy from Chicago PD, who runs special investigations, and she needs help solving a double murder. We have a very grisly murder that cannot be explained by ordinary circumstances. This appears to be the work of a dark mage, someone who is delving into black magic. Not good. So we need our friend Harry Dresden to help solve this case before more people end up getting killed. So look, I went into this book knowing it was going to be a 5-star read. Why did I know this? Because I've read it and loved it in the past. I first read my very first Jim Butcher book 3 years ago, pretty much exactly. I ended up reading Stormfront, and then I quickly followed that with Full Moon. I loved both. I gave both of these books 5 stars. And then Dresden Files just kind of fell off my radar. I got interested in other books. I really kind of fell down that rabbit hole of reading romantasy, and I kind of forgot about my friend Harry Dresden, and now I'm so disappointed because I really enjoyed these books. I'm really disappointed that I stopped reading them. So now I'm back on my Dresden File journey, and I decided I'm going to start from book 1 because they were that good, and I wanted to refresh my memory because if I was going to be making my way through the next 17 books, I wanted to make sure that I had all of the information and that my memory still was good when it came to the characters, when it came to the storyline, the magic system, everything. So I started from the very beginning. So I've already read and loved Stormfront twice. I just started my reread of Full Moon. So far, so good. But one thing that I forgot about Stormfront was just how funny it was. There are so many scenes that will always stick in my memory because Jim Butcher has an excellent way of describing something that's going on with Harry, and he paints quite the picture without falling down the rabbit hole of being too descriptive, because I'm sure we've all experienced those books where it's like, okay, oh my God, can we just get on with the story? I don't need to hear every detail about the scene. I don't need to hear every detail about the article of clothing that this person is wearing. He does a really good job of just telling you what you need to know and getting on with the story. I would consider this book a very fast-paced book. It's so fun. It's so funny. And it's an easy read. You can get through this very quickly. I read this in about 5 days because I had a really difficult time putting it down. They're shorter. I think Kobo Books says that it takes on average about 8 hours to read, so it's not a huge time commitment, though there are a lot of books. There are currently 17 Dresden File books out, and guess what? Book number 18, which is called 12 Months, comes out January 2026. I am super excited, and I am planning on being ready for that book to drop, and so I have a lot of reading to do. I have about 6 months to get through the rest of these books, which I think I can do it. I hope that I can do it. I really have enjoyed my experience with these books. So if you have read these books, I really hope that I hear from you. I would love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know your overall thoughts. I have heard almost nothing but positive comments about Jim Butcher and his books. I was actually stunned. I posted a review video on my TikTok channel a couple months ago, and I received an overwhelming amount of enthusiasm and excitement about these books. It was just so fun for me to see how much people love these books because you know what? This is an older series. This first one, Stormfront, came out in the year 2000. It's a 25-year-old book, and Jim Butcher is still writing them. I think that is absolutely incredible. So, oh, by the way, so yes, there are 17 full-length novels out for Harry Dresden, but there are a handful of short stories, a handful of novellas, so I hope to read those as well because you can't skip those. So for those of you who love urban fantasy, this is definitely a great series for you because you know what? This is what I would consider a soft magic system. You're not going to get bogged down by all of the rules and the laws of the magic system. You really get immersed in the world very quickly without getting overwhelmed with all the details, how the magic system works and all this and that. That's not really important. What's important is the characters, and what's important is the story. And so just enjoy. So for those of you that are newer to fantasy, I think that this is going to be an excellent series for you. I do hear that it gets more complex as the books go on, which is fine because you're already acclimated. You've already been introduced to the world. You've already been introduced to the characters. You know what to expect. So therefore, a little bit more complication doesn't hurt anybody. Before we go any further, don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love to have you because I love this channel. I love connecting with other readers. I would love to hear from you. And you know what? I've read a lot of really good books that I'm super excited to talk about. So I hope that you stick around. So don't forget to hit subscribe. If you enjoy book summaries, I do have those on the channel, which by the way, Stormfront is coming. So if you are about to start your Dresden File journey, or if you're getting ready to read book number 18 and you forget what happens in the previous books, I plan to publish a series of summary videos so that way you're not totally lost when 12 months comes out in January 2026. If you enjoy book summaries, if you enjoy book reviews, spoiler and non-spoiler, this is definitely the channel for you. I would love to have you. Thank you for your support, and I hope that you give Jim Butcher a try. This is not his only series. He does have a series called, I think it's Codex Alera, which I have also heard a lot of really wonderful things about, but I think the Jim Butcher superfans really favor Harry Dresden. He's such a cool character. I really, again, have loved my journey and my rereads of these books. They're just so good. If you have read these books, please leave me a comment. Let me know your overall thoughts and opinions of these books. I hope you love them just as much as I do. Are you ready for 12 months in January 2026? I hope that you are, and I hope that you're as excited as I am. So I've said it once and I will say it again. This was a 5-star book, and that did not change for me on my reread. I really thought that maybe my opinions will differ because, as readers, we evolve as we gain more exposure, as we read other books, and we can't help but compare other fantasy books with other fantasy books, and whatever the genre is, we compare books to other books. And so I thought, is it still going to hold up as a 5-star book, or am I going to be a little bit more critical and not enjoy it as much? Oh yeah, I enjoyed it just as much, if not even more. This is such a wonderful book, and it holds up as a 5-star book, which is just crazy because I hear the books just get better and better as you go along. So I am super excited. I cannot wait to read more Harry Dresden. He is very quickly becoming a favorite character of mine, and I just can't believe I forgot. 3 years ago was when I first read these books, and I wish I didn't stop. I wish I would have continued my journey, but I'm back. So I'm glad to be back, and I would love to talk about this series with you. So don't forget to leave me a comment, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If I have inspired you to read Dresden Files, that would make my day, and I hope you let me know. If I have inspired you to reread these books, I would also love to know that too. You have some time before the next one comes out, so enjoy this wonderful urban fantasy series. I don't think I need to say anything more other than I loved this book. I actually read this book with a couple of my friends, and we collectively just loved it. We loved this book, and so I think that it's safe to say I think you're going to like it too. I hope you found this review helpful. I hope that I've inspired you to read Harry Dresden or something of Jim Butcher because he is a very talented writer, and I think you would like his stuff. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're reading something great. Let me know in the comments. Regardless of what genre it is, maybe it's an urban fantasy, maybe it's romance. Oh, by the way, there is an element of romance in here, but it's not romance heavy. So if you're expecting kind of like a romantasy experience, that's not the right thought process to go into this book. Is there romance in here? Yes, kind of. But it is not like explicit romance scenes that you will encounter in Quicksilver. That's a horrible comparison. That is a totally different type of book. I'm just saying, I know romantasy is the thing nowadays. That is what everybody's reading. That's what everyone is itching to read. But if you just like a good old-fashioned, clean urban fantasy, Jim Butcher is for you. Harry Dresden is for you. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're reading something great. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate your support, and until next time, I will catch you on the flip side.